My name is Leona Bak Nomura. I was born in Paia. I grew up in Maui. I went to school in Makawao. I live in Haiku. I have a store in Kuau, and I volunteer at Paia School. This is the areas that I would represent. I have 22 grandkids. I married for 43 years. I have a great-grandchild, and my wish is to preserve our family lifestyle, our island, and our people. My issues will be, there's so much of them. I love the beaches, so that would be one of my main beach accesses. Paia, I would worry about our little town, keeping it little towns. Makawao, I was in a traffic jam in Makawao, so we need something there. And by Kamehameha schools and Kekauliki, my God, what a mess. And as for Haiku, we have a lot of problems. The water, the transit vacation rentals, these are the issues that I would put my all into.
The first question that we have is talking about the Paia bypass and traffic. What's more important, traffic relief or parking in Paia town? Is there a way to meet the needs of both motorists and merchants?
Oh, it has to work together. We need the parking and we need the bypass. I was against the bypass in the beginning, but I understand because we're not going to call it the bypass. It's going to be the alternate route. So what we have to do is plan it so this alternate route, where Paia town becomes the main road, and the alternate route is, I don't want it to be like Kihei actually, because I went to Kihei the other day, and that the road goes right into, like you're rushed into Piilani Highway. And I was wondering, where was South Maui, where was the road? We need Paia to be more like, you know, where when you're driving in, it's comfortable and it's just the way to go. And this way it would create, and as for parking, okay, everybody jaywalks in that town. So the town needs to be changed to where the parking's more like friendly, because I get upset with the jaywalkers. So if we could make it where you would just walk freely. Actually, I think Wailuku town's nice. They may not like it, but their little town is comfortable, friendly. That's it.
In regards to the budget, given the current economic climate, would you support further cuts to nonprofit agencies? What are your priorities for continued funding?
You know, the budget is always the budget, and it will always be the budget. Unless we learn to change our lifestyles, to adapt to what is happening, it'll never get fixed if we're still all trying to be what it was a few years ago when we were all hai maka maka. We need to totally adjust our lives, and then it'll be possible to have a budget. I know at home, if I don't have a budget, I have to go in what I have. And that's how we need to do with what we have. Don't everybody, when they think budget, they think, oh wow, what can I get? That's not what a budget is. A budget is saving and figuring out what you can do without. My friend just became where she needed the MEO handicap bus. It's sad because we don't think of things unless we have a personal relationship with it. So in anything that is needed, even if I don't have a personal relationship, I believe we help the poor. We have to help our people. And as for the seniors, you know, I don't want to get old, and I am kind of old. I don't want to get old and not have like a social life. So this bus system, where it kind of like helps them to have a life, that I might be for a lot too.
On the topic of public safety, there seems to have been a higher incidence in recent news of shootings on Maui. What are your thoughts on ways to improve public safety on the island?
You know what's sad is nobody wants to be neighbors anymore. We have to have community unity. We have to want to do something for our neighbors. And we have to want to know our neighbors. I'm finding that nobody really wants to be neighbors anymore. We have a store in Kuau and we know everyone that's there. And sometimes they don't know each other. So when they come in the store, we introduce them to each other. This way, we all know who belongs in the neighborhood and who doesn't. We have to get to know our policemen too. I know all our policemen in Paia and Haiku. because they come by and they let themselves be known, they introduce themselves, and then they're there and we introduce them to the community. You know what I figured out? Drugs is usually the problem to everything that's happening here. It's usually when guns get involved. But how do you help this person, or who do you ask to help him? I don't know why people don't turn in people who sell drugs.
Is there any closing thoughts that you'd like to share? Anything that I didn't ask, or upcoming campaign events or contact information?
I forgot one thing about the water. We need to, you know how DARE teaches kids on drugs? We need to teach these kids about water, about saving water. We need to teach the communities. I had grandchildren visiting and they were running the water. Turned out their dad's from Iraq. So I told their dad, your kids waste water. And he said, oh, I'm going to go home and teach them. So you see, we need to all teach each other how to save water. Stop running the water. One day I realized I turned the faucet on and nobody told me to turn this faucet off. I could have left that water on for months until the next bill came when it was $400. That somebody needs to pay attention that the water's being wasted. You can reach me at www.electleona.com, or you can send money to, with no strings attached, to Friends of Leona Bak Nomura, 777 Hana Highway 96779. Thank you.